Indonesia's deadliest ritual is getting worse.
Ooh.
A rock fight? Oh my god, they're actually throwing like fucking full-size rocks at each other. That's wild to think that, like, if you throw... You know when they say, like, somebody got stoned to death in medieval times? Like, how long did that take to die from that? I feel like one good stone to the temple, and you're probably gone instantly. Like, not hours. You have a whole crowd of people chucking rocks at your head, and your half of your body's just, like, fucking dug into the ground. I think, like, a minute and you're dead.
It's a ritual where people break limbs, they lose eyes, and they frequently even die.
What the fuck?
Not like you bring to home and then die in home. No.
Died on the field.
On the field.
Oh.
This
on the field? Do they stop the games if that happens, or do they keep going?
Is a Pasola. It's a ritualized horseback warfare on the remote tribal island of Sumba in Indonesia.
I see some police around just in case anything spills out into like a real battle.
Oh, like people actually get like genuinely pissed at each other and start trying to hurt each other? What is this, though? Is this a game, or are they just throwing, like... I don't understand. Is there rules? Because they're throwing, like, sharp fucking spears at each other. Like, couldn't that impale you?
The whole idea is that blood has to hit the field here so that it's not spilled outside of these events.
Is the Pasola dangerous to participate in?
He says it's dangerous, but I'm not scared because I believe in it.
But that belief system is being replaced.
With motorbikes?
And the new gods, they don't come with the same kind of rules.
Bro, I swear to God, if they're replacing it with horses in like spears to motorbikes and stones, that's so much worse.
Too violent now.
Too violent, yeah. That's what they scare.
And what happens when the ritual stops being sacred? Well, by the end of this video...
Oh my god, did the police tear gas everyone?
You'll see what happens when things start to get completely out of control. And we get stuck in the middle of some pretty dicey situations.
I don't know if this is a sport. It says it's a ritual, but is it a sport or like a tradition of sorts? Because what's that, what's the one in Rome? Calcio Historico. Have you ever seen that shit? That's scary. Maybe not as scary as this. Calcio Historico is like a football predecessor. And they actually fist fight in the middle of the arena. Like, they beat the shit out of each other. I'm pretty sure it's like a tournament once a year. And you're only allowed to play for a team if you were born there. And you have to be in a certain part of Italy to play. Originated in the early Middle Ages in Italy. Still played in Florence. Is there a video of Calcio Storico? I would never even join this shit. This is, like, terrifying. There's, like, guys that's goals are to actually just, like, fist fight. You see how they're, like, holding each other down? Like, they're wrestling. There's dudes that their whole point is to, like, pin people down so they can't move. Where's, like, the start of a round? I want to see somebody, like, fist fight. It's kind of like rugby and handball. But they're also, you see how I almost just try to kick the shit out of them? Like, they're allowed to hurt each other. Do they got, like, a Calcio Storico best hits? Best fights. Where's the Here Comes the Boom?
Fun Sport Friday brings us to Florence, where we're watching...
What, they're fist fighting in the middle of the game!
Fun Sport Friday brings us to Florence, where we're watching...
Oh my God!
Storico, a game in which You'll never guess. It's so simple. The front line's box. They just try to kick each other's ass, knock the opponent out so they have less people, while the back play the simplest game. You just try to put that ball.
Yeah, you just fucking slump him. He just faints in the middle of the fucking arena. You go, okay, on to the next guy. You get third partied. Imagine that. You're winning a fight. Some dude comes up behind you, hits you with a fucking haymaker.
The signal for these battles all over West Sumba are worms, sea worms. They spawn all along the coastline
Are those the ones that crawl up your penis when you pee in the water?
in their billions.
We are just off the front of the...
Or is that a parasite? I learned that when I was younger on like a Discovery show. And I remember like forever after that, I've always been like afraid to pee in like open water. It's a fish. I don't know. There's some sort of fish or bacteria. That's a myth. It's not. There's like a parasite or something that like crawls up your dick hole in like freshwater rivers or something.
Corosso. Here on Sumba, this is sold at every market. It's a traditional protein source just for the food value of it.
Do you cook it?
Brightly colored, kind of gooey looking, but for the
They kind of look like airheads, like little ropes or something that you would have at like a movie theater.
kind of gooey looking.
I doubt they taste like that though.
But for the people of Sumba, it means one thing: go time.
And there are thousands of people in these beautiful lagoons collecting them.
Each Pasola has its own kind of twist, but the Nyale is part of the ritual for
It's called a kandiru, and they swim up your penis in open water. Yeah, that's horrifying.
most of them. So those who are not out all night participating in the tribal fight clubs, they swarm the beaches by the thousands at night. Headlamps, nets, families, kids collecting this rare delicacy.
Okay.
The dude that lives in Indonesia. Wait, are you peeing in the water right now? Yeah, no, the water's a little... Don't pee in the water.
It's lucky I'm tall, dude.
Don't pee in the water.
There you go, you got a rock. There's one here. Ooh.
All right.
That thing could swim up there.
Oh, Matty here, right?
Yes, we're killing it.
Bro.
Toothpick fish. Wait, let me look that up. Sorry, we're so off topic right now. Toothpick fish. It says it's a kandiru, but it's very rare. Dude, imagine this thing swimming up your penis, though.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is seaworms.
So many.
Yeah!
Oh my god, he's gonna eat it right now? I thought you were gonna cook it or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, dude, you should have just ripped it.
Yeah, you can. It's good, bro.
It's like, salty. Kind of explodes, creamy.
Salty, right?
Yeah, man. That's wild. All right.
I think I could get down that, no problem, comparable to like balut or there's certain, it might be in Indonesia. There's certain areas in like East Asian countries where they eat like live fish. Could not do that. I think Andrew Fraser did that. It's squids. No, there's squids and then live fish. Andrew Fraser live fish. He did it with that one dude that wears a bandana. Yeah.
We went fishing. It took forever, but we caught a good amount.
Wait. Right here.
Sour vinegar. Oh my god, I would never do that. I would not catch one.
Bro, what is going on?
So he grabbed the fish, he put it in the salad, he pinches it together with the salad.
Dude, what is going on?
No, I would not eat that. I would not eat that.
Yo, their faces, because it's like, you're next, buddy. Like, you're the guy. Like, you're what? You're like, oh, no, you're fucking with me. Oh, no, you're actually eating it. With bones? Well, their bones are so small. That's less of the concern. I would just be like, could I kill it? because it moving in my mouth I would immediately throw up.
It's yummy.
Hơi mặn một chút.
Little bit salty.
A little bit salty. That's his only critique. Andrew, please, I don't want to be rude.
I'd be like, I think I need to go to the bathroom. Just fucking run out of there, dude.
Here's the salad. Find your fish. There's some big ones in there.
Wow, I don't see a world where you could eat that one while it's alive. I'm getting this little fucker. Oh, wait, no, one's dead. I'm grabbing the dead one. I'm grabbing the dead one right there.
There. Bro. Yeah?
Are we legit gonna do this?
Yeah.
Just go.
It's Mike alive. Oof. You don't have to do it. Dude, he just give it one firm bite to kill it.
Wow.
Is it swimming in your mouth? Just try to enjoy
Oh, you hear it. You hear it.
a little bit. Andrew, don't be
Oh.
rude. Can you give us a mid-bite review? Sorry.
I would just want it to be really spicy so I wouldn't taste it.
Those bones, bro. The fins. You gotta munch this.
Are the bones?
Oh, dude, eating the fins.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, we're getting so off topic. All right, back to the deadliest ritual.
In the morning, once the worms finally disappear, the Ratu chieftains chant their final prayers and the Pasola battles officially begin.
Bro, being a front row person in the crowd's got. Whoa! Look at this place. What? Look at the water. This place is beautiful. Sambu? What's the name of it? Or Sumba?
there's people coming in from all over Sumba. There's trucks coming in. We saw horses rolling in last night, like having to travel halfway across the island just to get here on time.
Teams from competing regions. And they descend from those huge thatched umas, the traditional houses that tower over just about everything here. And they form...
What is the point of a roof that large? Or not a roof, yeah, like a roofing that large. What does that do?
And they form these massive circles on the flat, open ground that's
Smoke?
being used for Pasola for centuries. It is a gorgeous village right on the ocean here. Still really traditional, filled with these traditional graves. Some of them holding the bodies of men that have died in the exact same battles that everybody is about to watch.
They bury outside the village.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
Because they don't want like the bad luck to come into the village.
Yeah, yeah,
So they must do it outside.
yeah.
Now, they're grandstands. People sit on them, kids climb on them, and nobody thinks
Wow, the graves? So there's people buried under these.
twice.
Guys, there are some ridiculously young kids out here today in this Pasola. Like, it is crazy. This kid in front of me, he looks maybe
That kid's battling?
10, 12.
Normally, the Ratu will go with the horse, get into the center of the arena and do some ritual praying. And then there are like circling thing with the...
All right, bro. I'm going to say right now, throwing these sticks versus whatever this guy's holding is very unfair. That, dude, that is this like, is this one that's in play? This is an actual fucking spear. And it looks like a steel rod. That looks, somebody chucking that at your head.
And then after that, the Pasola can start.
All right, guys, we just kicked off. These guys did not waste time. Spears are flying already.
But what are the rules? How many members on a team? Are there 10 people a team? It seems like there's 30 people running out here. Oh, fuck no. Yo, look how deep he's getting on the horse, though. Whoa! you get hit in the eye, you're actually blind. If you get hit in the eye, you're going to the hospital. Oh, it hits a horse. Oh, that horse just got hit in the fucking head. Oh my god. Yo, you know how trained these horses have to be to not fucking start bucking?
A sporting event? Sporting is like the closest thing I've come to. A ritualistic event?
Well, he just flipped off the camera. Hey, buddy, let's settle down. Oh, wait, no, he didn't.
Thing I've come to. A ritualistic event like it's sort of supposed to be to keep the beef on the field. To really get a chance, a good score on someone to hit them, you've got to get pretty damn close with your horse.
Oh, wait, so there's score keepings off hits, but who's keeping track? Are there refs? You get points for hitting the people.
But obviously, the closer you get, the closer you are to their team, and you're going to get hit by...
This seems like one of those games that's really fun to be a part of until you get hit. This is like when you're like a kid and you go paintballing for the first time and it's like super fun and then you get hit in like the throat with a paintball and you go, this sucks. This is no longer fun.
Someone else.
Riders circling in and out, giving a horse the break every now and then. They chew through as much beetle nut as they can get their hands
Oh my god, I want to try beetle nut. I want to try beetle nut one time.
on, and they're
Every time I watch like foreign travel YouTubers, they're always like, the people here love beetle nut.
smoking endless cigarettes, Indonesian style.
Guys, those guys are eating some kind of like hardened tobacco or beetle nut. I've never seen anything like it. It's sort of like rolled up in this rope and compressed, whatever it is. And they just chew on it. Pretty impressive. So these are the kind of like...
Yeah, that's where I'd get neck sick in the fucking Indonesia Sumba region. Some local hands me a black disc and just goes, chew it. Okay. I'm just vomiting in the corner. Oh my god, that's a full armored car. I had this in GTA.
SWAT vehicles you'll see at all these events here. I mean, if you think a bunch of guys rocking around with machetes throwing spears at each other doesn't occasionally boil over into some pretty wild tribal violence, well, you don't know Indonesia.
Night Shark, is that the name of the car?
And so, you know, you gotta be prepared.
You can feel how
Yo,
dangerous.
that guy's got a fucking arm on him. Dude, if that hit him, I actually think he would die.
You can feel
Look at that.
how dangerous it is. Just about everyone
Holy.
who participates in these events knows somebody who has died. People have lost eyes, they've broken limbs, and there's just no way you can
Oh my
make
god, get trampled by
an
a horse.
event like this truly safe.
Have you ever been injured in the Pasola?
Terluka
Pernah luka di mana, Bang?
di sini,
Ya.
sini, pas di sini darah keluar darah.
A string in here, stick, and then his blood. This kind of blood.
How long did it take to recover?
1 minggu.
1 week.
I understand he used to compete in Pasolas. Which one?
Di Pasola Lamboya di Hobakala.
In Lamboya Pasola in Hobakala.
Is that what happened to his eye?
Mata tu di sana.
Ya di sana.
He lost his eye in this.
In Lamboya.
Can he tell me what happened?
Terjadinya begitu, dia lempar kayu.
They throw the spears and he just like, you know, just moving that.
Yeah.
And then the spears not hit there, hit him like 3 times. And then the 4th times when he's like tried to move that, but it's already dead.
Came right into his eye.
Saya sejak dari kuda.
Yeah, he fell from the horse's neck.
Oh.
Pada saat itu saya jatuh.
So he tried to take out the spears, but it's quite hard. One of the participant also, you know, just step on his head and then took out the
What? It was lodged into his skull, and his teammate went and ripped it out of his head. I would think that he would definitively die. If I saw somebody that was on my team get a spear stuck in their eye, and I had to rip it out because he couldn't pull it out of his head, oh my god.
on his eyes. So their spears just like stick in his eyes.
So they had to it was so deep that they needed to put their foot on his face and pull it out. He could have died. Does he feel lucky that he didn't die?
Itu belum ajalnya.
Yeah, isn't like he's lucky. That,
Yeah, but that does like he compete next year, like.
Very lucky.
very lucky.
Wow. This circle is now getting smaller and smaller. The fence has been completely defeated. I mean, it was just a couple of pieces of string. I think it was inevitable. We are slowly pushing them into this kind of like circle of death, the two teams closer together. More and more action, harder and harder to avoid these spears.
What? So as the game goes on, the crowd closes in. So it's like a Fortnite zone. Oh my god, dude! They're literally zone moving in, bro. They're making the circle smaller.
And what starts out tame builds.
Oh, that had to hurt so bad, dude. Like, even if it doesn't hit you straight on, like, you're getting hit in the head with a wooden stick. Full speed. Yeah, imagine Shohei Ohtani on one of these fucking horses. That'd be crazy, dude.
Kids are getting hit. Tensions are rising. Anyone who's...
Or, actually, not Shohei Ohtani. Because they kind of throw it like a javelin. Imagine they get one of those, like, world record German javelin throwers to fucking get on one of these horses. Start chucking sticks.
Kids are getting hit.
That'd be scary.
Tensions are rising. Anyone who's getting hit wants their own back.
Like, what counts as a hit? Like, if it hits them sideways, that count as a hit?
You see quickly how it works. He got nailed, but he straps his head up and he goes back right in front of the other team and sort of taunts them back, like, let's try it again. You want to get hit, you cannot show weakness, you can't show you've been beaten. In fact,
yo, that guy throws actual fucking darts.
Get that guy back.
And that's when you start to feel the genuine competition. The grudge match.
Would you compete for 10K? Yeah, if I get to wear full bubble armor. I'm gonna be real, I don't even think I could ride a horse like this. I think we're not factoring in, it's not just throwing it, like, they're on an animal right now. Like, that alone's probably one of the hardest parts of this, is that they're actively controlling a horse while they're leaning over and throwing shit at each other. Oh my god, imagine you catch it. This looks so fun though. That's the problem, dude. Like, this looks dangerous, but it's like, I get why they're doing it.
When one person scores a hit, the whole side of the field that scores the hit, they're going to go ballistic, and more ballistic depending upon how successful that hit was.
Oh, so there's no score.
When you hit somebody with your spear, I see like people celebrate.
Kena.
Bagaimana perasaannya Bapak?
Wah, senang.
Yeah.
It feels like really proud.
Really proud.
Yeah.
You see guys come off at speed. Spears hitting at awkward angles.
The horses must also die in the Pasola, right? They must break legs and stuff, because I see them like fall over.
Saya belum masuk Pasola, ada yang baku tabrak kuda mati.
Yeah, the sub horse also die on the Pasola.
They run into each other. Oh, that's crazy, huh?
Horses sliding, slipping, breaking their legs and getting carted off the field. Don't worry.
Oh, see, that's fucked, because then they gotta kill the horse.
All that meat's getting used tonight.
Are there particular riders that have beef against each other that are like looking for the Pasola to vent that anger?
Memangnya ada yang balas dendam dan
Some, yeah, is for revenge, but it's not the It's not the point.
That's not the purpose of the Pasola. Was he ever able to hit the guy who did it back or not yet?
Yeah, that's why he still he told it. Yeah.
Still, he's trying.
Still it.
Saya menyesal itu tidak ada kuda.
If you really like, he like, you know, if they have no horses, he's like,
He's bummed out. He's disappointed.
He's bummed out.
I swear, guys, sometimes two people seem to hit each other, and it just sort of depends whose tribe shouts the loudest, cheers the loudest. It sort of like takes the win, if you get what I mean.
Chat, how long do you think it would take you to learn how to be like a part of this and hold your own? I think if you gave me 3 months and every day I rode a horse, that would be the hardest part. Just learning how to ride a horse efficiently to where you could cut corners and not fall off. But it would be like 8 hours a day, every day. Oh! Oh my God!
Tempers will flare, even at the more tame events, the villages that don't have massive disputes going on outside of the field.
Do they worry that it's like breaking down too much?
Yeah, they worry about like people not gonna come to Pasola because they're scared.
It's too violent now.
Too violent. Yeah, that's what they're scared.
There's just frequent separations between crowd members and participants alike. People stepping in, carting off riders who are furious about one thing or another.
All right, just as it was getting a little bit heated, the rat.
Yeah, this would be... somebody earlier was like, this should be in the U.S. This would go even worse.
From the other village
in the U.S.
Sort of headed over here, may make peace a little bit.
Like, you couldn't have a crowd.
Some army guys got involved. I think it's sorting out. We got some.
Yeah, somebody would bring a gun. I didn't want to say it, but you said it. So yeah, no, there would be. Yeah, somebody would bring a gun and shoot someone, and that would be. You hold this event in the U.S. That's how it would end.
Please walk in the middle of the field. Try and push it to the sides again.
All right, so like, when does the event end? Like, is the event over now? Because there's just like so many people in the field. Oh, he's an official telling them to back the fuck up.
It's a thick crowd. It seems like we're like an hour in. It feels like we're just getting really started now. It's really getting heated. People are really getting into the mood of it. These big waves of guys rolling.
And when you understand this island, you get why they need it. Sumba is one island. 1 million people, but it has
1 million people live on that single island.
People, but it has almost a dozen languages.
Are they similar languages?
Dozen languages.
Or are they, like, if you hear one of them, can you kind of understand or not really?
Not really. Not really.
Wow. So there's 1 million people living on like an island the size of like New Jersey or less. And there's 12 different natively spoken languages. How do they commute? Like, how does that society function? I never understand that. And that's like my own perspective because obviously I've grown up in the US, not like Europe where it's like in the US, the average person speaks English and that's it. Then maybe English, Spanish, or something like, you know, English, Spanish, English, and, you know, German, English, and Russian. But, like, most of the time, it's just English. So, like, even in European countries, like, if you're in Switzerland, I think they speak, like, 3 or 4 languages as, like, official languages. But having 12 languages is in one part of Indonesia alone. Somebody said translators, but, like, that's just inefficient on a day-to-day basis. Like, you got to be interacting in a workplace. I'm not saying, like, a workplace like you're at an office job, but I'm saying, like, you're in a society. Like, you have to communicate with people that you don't understand.
But maybe 1 or 2 words kind of similar.
So with the older generation, they just kind of speak the local language?
Yeah.
And then, but the younger ones can speak?
Yeah, they speak Bahasa because they go to school. They meet another person from...
Oh, so the younger generation is kind of learning like an individual language that they're all able to communicate with?
Outside, so yeah.
Think about that. That doesn't happen by accident. That happens because these communities have been isolated from each other, warring with each other for centuries. And somehow, Pasola stopped it from falling apart. No one really knows when it started. But the story they tell is this. A woman named Rambu Kamba was married to Umbu Dula. He went out to sea and he never came back. She thought he was dead So she married another guy from a rival tribe. And I think you see where this is going already. When Umbadula returned, his wife was gone. So he's pissed and war breaks out. And Rambu Kaba, she's caught in between the two tribes. She's grief-stricken from all the death and she throws herself off the cliffs into the ocean. Instead of dying though, she becomes Nyale, these sea worms. And because she was gone, the tribes stopped warring. Instead, it became symbolic, this ritualistic war, this one battle every year when the Nyale come. When she comes back, they hold one Pasola, they settle everything on the field, and the rest of the year is off the table. And as kitschy as that story sounds, for centuries, kind of seems like it worked. One day of war.
No, it kind of seems like it works, but I'm going to have the... No, it definitely... It does make sense, and it's symbolic now, and it keeps peace between the different tribes that speak different languages. The only thing that, like, my brain is immediately popping up is, like, that's kind of reminiscent of, like, The Purge. Not in the sense of, like, all crimes legal, but they're having, like, violence one day a year to prevent violence outside of that one day. It's on a much lower... This is a more realistic, though, right? It's like, The Purge is a fictitious embodiment of, like, oh, you could just do anything and it's fine. Whereas this is like, there's still rules. It's just like, hey, this is our fight for the year.
But that is starting to change.
And they say it's from alcohol.
Alcohol is the problem.
Yes, if alcohol is the main problem. It's the worst. They connect the worst thing on it.
Oh, perselisihan sehari-hari itu doang bawa di purung.
They're like looking for the fight. They're like football hooligans.
You see, things are starting to change here. Alcohol is becoming a massive problem.
So there's some problems with like alcohol and drugs coming into it.
Alcohol and drugs coming into the event or Indonesia in general?
There's alcohol, it's mostly alcohol.
So there's some alcohol
And
problems.
also the problems, they have like the personal problems, outside of the Pasola.
So people are bringing their beef from outside of Pasola into Pasola.
But usually the Marapu is upheld. Usually the Ratu are taken seriously and people listen. And usually it gets contained on the field. Usually.
Now, they don't believe Ratu at all. Even Ratu say, please don't make a crowd and throwing rock. They're not gonna believe that. Even sometimes they're throwing rocks to Ratu.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. And this is where the Ratu just aren't enough anymore. Police have to physically move in. But what happens when a sacred war stops becoming sacred?
It's like a fake war. You can pretty easily see how it's...
Yeah, I feel like it's starting to make things worse, no? Like, they're kind of talking about problems in this area where people are getting too drunk and fighting instead of letting the tradition take its place. And I feel like now, instead of, like, it being violence and the rest of the year being normal, it's now, like, sparking more feuds in this day than it's solving.
Starts to turn into like a real war. If you've ever done any sparring, Muay Thai, boxing, whatever, you know how it can get a little bit out of hand real quick when you're throwing spears at each other and there's a whole village involved and there's bad blood, it goes a bit crazy.
The youth out here are beginning to be way more into motorbike culture than horse culture.
The horse culture is fading away in favor of...
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be way more dangerous if this at some point switches to, like, motorbikes. Like, if they stop... I understand the horses and, like, the horses dying is a problem, but, like, if they start riding motorbikes around and, like, fucking throwing sticks at each other, like, multiple people are going to die.
These motorbike kids, these hotheads, driving around, like to drink, go to these events, and throw stones. Today's event went smoothly, but apparently it doesn't always go that way. We're about to head to some of the more dangerous Pasolas. Dangerous from a crowd gets involved perspective.
And the belief in Marapu, the thing that's carried those laws, the beliefs, the faith system here, that made the Ratu matter. Now, it's kind of faded.
So actually they're kind of worried that the fight culture will stop people coming.
Yeah, that's what they worry. And that's they ruin the traditional and then stop people coming. Because if people stop coming, then what the meaning of this Pasola?
They're proud of their culture. They want to showcase it. They want it to be like an event that everybody should be able to attend safely.
And nowadays, far too often, tempers spill over and it turns into an alcohol-fueled, full-blown tribal war with the
I think it's like you have to build some level because the event's so much larger and there's so much more so many more things available to the people that are, you know, spectating. I don't want to say you have to have like security, but there should be like scanning to get in, you know what I mean? Like you could make it an event where it's like traditional, but like, hey, you're not allowed to bring this. You can't like bring alcohol in your fucking motorbike on the grass. Like park that shit outside, you know? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's a lack of respect for the tradition. Oh my God, that guy just got hit in the fucking head.
full-blown tribal war with the army involved.
Oh, is that a fucking gun?
The crowd reacts, and all of a sudden, it's a hail of stones.
All right, guys, rocks are flying, chaos kicked off.
The dude with the cigarette hiding behind Andrew. There's a rock going off. He's just fucking huddling behind him.
Rocks are flying, chaos kicked off. It seems like the war is here.
Dude, chucking rocks in the air, like that's how you, and there's so many old people in here, dude, that's how you kill somebody.
There's spears.
Yeah, they're fleeing this shit like it's a frat party that got fucking ran through by the cops.
Now, as well, it seems like kind of tension has built up between
running out of here.
The two sides. Maybe someone wasn't happy with the way something went down. I saw the police dragging one guy away. We're sort of pushing this way. Woo, shit.
I would be so worried about that camera gear, bro. Even more than me getting hurt, I would be like, I'm holding a $10,000 camera right now. if I drop this shit into the water.
The kids now stash rocks in the hingi, the traditional wraps they carry the parang or machete in their waist with. And they come ready for the violence to spill out of the field where it's supposed to stay. First, it's microphones and maybe a flashbang or two. Then it's the tear gas. And then it's the water cannons.
I feel like it's turned more, the way he's describing it, it's turned more into people kind of waiting for this part of the event than the actual tradition itself. Like, they're showing up with rocks in their fucking belts. Like, they're knowing this is going to happen and doing it anyway. Like...
Police fired those off pretty quick. Oh, fucking hell.
Is she enjoying it, or I don't understand? She's like smiling and crying at the same time. What's happening? They got tear gas.
Lemboya may be the biggest event of the year. That ended in rock fights, maybe about an hour or two in.
An hour in, it was a rock fight? Bro, no way. That's like, yo, they gotta have something. No rocks. No rocks allowed. 1 hour in, there's a rock fight.
Wanukaka,
and then it's just done.
The second biggest on the island, barely 30 or 45 minutes in before it was over. Apparently, there's large border disputes in that area, and the tensions between the tribes is sky high.
How has the Pasola changed since they were young compared to now? What is the difference?
Beda. Aman. Dulu aman. Before, there's no like alcohol. There's no alcohol.
Yeah. When he was younger, Was it also like that?
Itu tidak sering.
Not often.
Dari hatinya mereka, dorang bawa di budaya.
Because they have a problem outside of the Pasola, and then when Pasola happen, they see the enemies or they doesn't like someone, and they just, you know.
For this next generation, these youth, for many of them at least, these battles on the field aren't about the tradition. They're about the rock fights. You come for the fight, not what happens on the field.
This has been going on for thousands of years, and the number of times this most...
Yo, this starting to feel like a prom after party vibe, bro. Like, nobody cares about the event. They're just there for afterwards. Like, they're showing up like, okay, yeah, let's get the fucking tradition over with and start chucking rocks at each other.
Turn into full-blown bloodshed. You can't be small.
Itu bisa hilang.
So if like that always happen like this, the culture about the Pasola will be gone.
Yeah, it's ruining a lot of things about this place.
Sumba might be one of the most magical places I have ever visited. And I travel the world for a living at this point. But the island sits in this just incredible sweet spot. On the one hand, it feels just completely unadulterated. The culture is raw, untouched, authentic,
Oh,
and
that guy's on Beetle Nut.
on one hand, it feels just completely unadulterated. The culture is raw, untouched, authentic in ways that can feel impossible to experience in the modern world.
Bro's geeking? Well, not geeking. He's just highly stimulated. What the hell is Beetle Nut? You see when their mouth's red. It's like this thing they chew, and it's like a similar... It's like cocaine.
And yet, counterintuitively, you're just an hour from Bali. And you're not sleeping in a jungle.
Whenever they interview them and you see they have like a wad full of shit in their cheeks, it's usually not tobacco, it's Beetle Nut. Their mouth is all red. All right, yeah, this is an ad at the end, but that was really interesting. That was a fucking W video, dude. Steel ball run, but it's battle royale instead of racing. You're able to produce content like this for a long time. Amazing, Andrew, really. Glad you got away safely. Yo, honestly, dude, he could have gotten hit in the fucking head. I'm Indonesian. This is my first time knowing how chaotic this culture is. Indonesia is home to 1,300 distinct ethnic groups and 718 local languages. That's why so many Indonesians don't even know about this ritual. Yeah, that's wild. Like, you live in Indonesia, and you've never even heard of this. Because there's so many different cultures and traditions that it's like, you could be like 35 and having never heard of like this one island in Indonesia that does this every year. Next video, chat.